Okay, y'all, it's a hot day. Quite different from what I just posted from last Wednesday. Last Wednesday was very cool. I even had my long pants on, my exercise pants on. I don't have them on today because it's very, very warm and it's humid. So the two whammies to help keeping you cool. So the first thing you need to do right now, before you start with me, is get some kind of source of airflow on you. So when it's hot weather, that's the best thing you can do. I don't care if you're doing a stationary cycle, a walker, you're going to do some weights like we're going to, you're going to do some movement. Get an airflow on you. Simplest thing. Okay, you ready? With that said, we are going to see my airflow is above my head. You can see it right there. My fan is on. Okay, so there's that. I've noticed when I reviewed my videos before I post them, and I just posted the last two this morning early. So here I'm starting. So what do I have on? Number one, I don't have my weight vest on. I don't want anything to impede just moving. I'm going to go back through some of the stuff that I did in the last two, and I've noticed that I go to a high pitch because you're out there and I just want to make sure you're hearing me. And so I will try to keep the tenor of my voice down. It's easier to listen to. So I'm walking front to back, and you might think that's just a throw off kind of a thing. It is not, because you know what I'm doing right now? My toes in the back are fully flexed with a little pressure in them. Okay, this is an important point right now for anybody who's ever had plantar fasciitis, because right now I walked forward and I'm stationary right here. I'm in a hold. This knee, the front one, is soft. It's not really bent, but it's soft. My tummy is tight. My shoulders are down. And the back leg right now, my toes are taking quite a bit of pressure because they're bent in a flexed position. So if you're a walker, a dancer, a hiker, a biker, this kind of flexion holding is a very important move. It's not hard. You just have to think about it. Now, do you see what I did? I dropped into my heel. I dropped into my heel with a straight leg. Then I shifted into the front, dropped my shoulders again, and I'm pressing on my flexed toes right now. And the toes are facing forward, okay? Then I go back. Now I've held this now for over 30 seconds. Then I'm going to walk backwards. Make sure you know that you don't have anything in your way. So I will always generally include a couple of steps walking backwards. Now see, I took 1, 2, 3. I'll turn this way so you can see what I'm doing. See this? So this is my third step. So the very first thing I'm going to do, and some of you might think, well, why does she keep going over all this stuff? This stuff, the lineup right now, is crucially important. So I took a normal step. I'm going to drop my shoulders, breathe through my nose, and brace. The knee in the front is soft, but the foot in the back is my toes of the foot in the back, even though the knee is bent, is flexed, and I'm pressing down. That's kind of important here, especially again for the person who has ever had or suffered through plantar fasciitis. Okay, now roll into the heel. See that? So this crucial move with those little adjustments that a lot of times you don't even think about because you just want to keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. I'm like, no, if you're moving incorrectly, just moving is not going to really put you where you want. Is it good to just move? Yes. But if you really want to address some of these issues and not fall into, I'm taking care of my feet right now, which I'm using my floor, again, as my major tool. Do you see how I went to the heel? And I'm pressing into the front foot. You see that? Do you see my shoulders are down? My chin is tucked. I'm breathing through my nose and I'm braced. And I'm getting a gentle stretch through the Achilles, all the way into the plantar fascia, but then you roll and you press into those flexed toes. Mind you, the first thing to make sure of course, if you're going to do this particular stance, is you want your toes forward. You don't want them heading out like a duck, okay? And I might do this twice. Then I come back and I walk backwards, walk backwards, walk backwards. I told you at the get-go, I think before the recording, so many times I've always told you to manage diabetes problems, to manage your blood sugar problems, to manage brain fog, to manage joint issues, take movement breaks through your day. We used to call them recesses. So I've got my little pad here, okay? And I'm gonna do one of the most important moves that you can do repeatedly. So we're gonna do it 10 times. This is a movement break. This could be counted as a movement break, okay? Now I don't have my clock set. Maybe I should do that, but anyway, we're gonna go to a sit down. See, I have my pad on the chair. Just sit down with your legs wide. If you've had injury, if you have a bad hip, if you have arthritis in your spine, on and on and on, don't just jump into the sit to stand and do tons of repetitions real fast. Feel your way. See what I'm doing right here? I'm doing a hip hinge. I'm putting my hands right here, dropping my shoulders, pressing into my heels, and coming up. Then when I come up, I want to squeeze the quarter. Yes. So I'm wide with my leg stance. I'm hip hinging. I'm keeping my chin tucked. I'm coming down. I have the pad here, so I have 2 inches extra. And then I'm just going to barely touch the backs of the hamstrings. When you do a movement break, you've been sitting, let's say, or laying, or doing not a lot. When you go into this move right here, you just want to make your feet again be your first instrument. So look at my feet. The toes are out just a little bit. As I push down and I come down, I go tap and I come back up. Take a big breath. You can either put your hands here or you can put them here. There's a lot of people that think they need assistive help just because they don't know the mechanics of what we're doing right now. Put your hands right here, press, come down, tap, and then hang out down here. See, tap, hang out, tap, like you're gonna sit down, but don't. I'm touching the back part of my hamstrings. Breath through the nose. I'm shifting into the heel and then into the whole foot. Breath. So this is basically a hold. Keep your chin tucked. Breath. One more. Tap. And then come up. Okay? So now we push the first big overload of our day. See? Breath through the nose. And I had my hands here if I needed the help. If you don't need that help, this is just a stable help right here. You put your hands in a V and you put them right here and you drop your shoulders as you're pressing into the heels, and you're going to try to touch the back part of the legs. Now I'm going to put my hands right here because I'm going to come down and up now. Breath. But when I go down and up, I don't move my back. I am hip hinging. Breath. Breath, breath, into the heels. Breath, breath. Okay, now we're gonna hold. Stay with me right here. Hold it right down there. Breath, bring your hands right out. Come up, put your thumbs on top of your head. Why am I telling you to put your thumbs on top of your head? Because I don't want to make a full big sweep up and stress my shoulder. Take a big deep breath. Then I'm going to come back down. I'm going to come back down. Do you realize what we just did? And I didn't even go down as far as the chair. I had 2 inches. Okay, now I'm going to take that out because I will do that next time. What we just did by doing those holds and by pushing overload, and you felt it just a little bit, you should have, you just helped drain the glucose from your bloodstream from eating or having whatever drink you drank in the morning, you know, that type of thing. So once I have my thumbs right here, right, I'm going to bring one elbow down at a time. I'm going to line myself up because why am I doing it like this? Because some of us have wonky shoulders and we avoid going up over our head and moving our elbows back. We do everything in here because our shoulders give us troubles. But I'm trying to open up your whole way of moving right now. So I'm going to come right here. And I'm going to bring the elbow down, bring it back up. I'm going to bring the elbow down, bring it back up. So that movement of bringing your thumbs right here and you have your shoulders right in line with your shoulder. And in other words, your elbow isn't out here, it's out here. And my thumbs are right here on my head. So that gives you a target, okay? Once I've done that, I'm gonna now bend and bring my knee up. Bend, bring my knee up. And some of you might get a little nervous doing that move. Why? Because just now, when you did this with me, you felt your ankle and your foot and everything trying to find your balance. That's not a bad thing, but it is a thing. So you don't want to feel unsafe. So make sure that you have your chair or a wall so that you can stabilize yourself. Because we have our hands up here. They're not down here kind of helping keep our balance. We've taken the arms out, taken the arms out of the equation, okay? And when I go to bring that leg up, take a breath, take a breath, take a breath. I'm only going to hold it for 2 to 3 counts, okay? Line yourself up again, which means drop your shoulders. My thumbs are on my head, my elbows are open. I want you to shift. Drop your shoulders again because they're going to want to creep up on you. Bend your knee. Bring the other knee up. And you're going to struggle for it. And you'll have to put your foot down if you're over or under balancing and you're going to fall you're going to fall off your target, so to speak. Okay? Now there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can do this very thing by putting your foot on a little stool and going from there. This would be an excellent break, one of those breaks I talked about. Because why? Because you're opening the whole chest, you're breathing deeper, and see, you don't have to go all the way down to the ground. You can. I'm trying to give you options to do some of the very simple things to keeping our balance, to utilizing all of our systems so that we have better balance. So this could be considered a break, okay? Because you're activating all kinds of joint and nerves, and you're trying to keep yourself on balance. So I'm doing some very simple moves that we do, you know, through our day, or we should be doing through our day, to help keep that proprioceptive systems really good. And you get to where you can hold with your thumbs on your head, shoulders are dropped, shift, bring that knee up as far as you feel you can, and then just start counting 1001, 1002, 1003, and bring it down. Shift, don't go fast. Drop your shoulders again. Here we go. Bring it up, bring it up. Bring it up as far as you feel you can. You can tap on a couch or a chair. Breath, and bring it back down. The act of standing on one leg. I'll do this a lot of times when I'm in line. Recently, it's been in the airport. It doesn't have to, you don't have to put your hands on your head. Just put your hands like on your hips, okay? And your suitcases is in front of you. And what I'll do is I'll just soften up my knee, and I'll just act like I'm putting my foot on my other foot. Do you see how I'm doing this? See, I'm tapping. And you can just have your hands on your hips, drop your shoulders, and you're just hanging out, waiting for your flight. See this? Big breath. And then when you feel the burn in the side of your hip, you go to the other one. Take a breath. See, I have my hands here. I could have them up here, but if you're in the airport or standing in, you know, a grocery line, somebody might get nervous around you. So just put your hands here, and they'll just think you're mad like everybody else, okay? Bend your knee, tight tummy, drop your shoulder, and all you're gonna do is kind of hover over your grounded foot. See, I'm just hovering, and you can tap. Do not lock your knee. That's the key here. Don't lock your knee. You've taken your hands out of the equation. In other words, you're not doing this, okay? Or you could put your hand lightly on on your suitcase handle, you know, your telescoping handle. So I'm showing you, these are just some little things that are great breaks to do, okay? Another great break to do is, of course, walking around, walking front to back. Do it for a minute, do it for 2 minutes, anything like that. Then I'm going to go back to my chair. I have taken my pad off, okay? Now I'm going to drop 2 inches deeper. If I went over to my couch here, it would be another 2 inches deeper. You get the idea? So if you're on your couch, if you're on your chair, from your bed, sit to stand, all right? Sit to stand. Sure, I could say, oh yes, you need to do 50 deep squats. And would you do them? Probably not. So all movement counts. I'm right here. I'm going to step wide again, okay? When I'm standing, I'm going to squeeze the quarter. I'm going to activate my gluteals. Got it? And again, this is all suggestions of how to take movement breaks on a very hot and humid day and not overheat and at least move, okay? So I'm going to come down. I'm going to find out where I'm going. So I'm going to come right here, go wide with your legs, come down, and you're going to tap the back part of your legs, the hamstrings, the belly of the hamstring, right here in the middle of the thigh. Okay, I'm going to shift, big breath through my nose, shift. I'm going to come right down here and tap, and then come up. Now I'm going to combine it. So here I'm going to go here, going to bring the elbows down, going to come down, tap, come back up, Put the hands right here on top of my head, the thumbs. Open the elbows. Come back down, big sweep. And I'm right here. Make sure your knees are not collapsing into the center. And then come back up. Open the elbows. Open the elbows. Squeeze the gluteal. Open the elbows. Come back down. Right here. Touch the back of the legs. Come back up. Big sweep. Tight tummy. Drop the shoulders. Open the elbows. Then you're going to make a big sweep and come down, touching the back part of the legs, touching the back part of the legs. Keep the legs open. Now you're going to hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come back up. Okay? Now I'm working us into a position where we're ready to further use the floor in our workout today. But right now, I'm right here working quads, giving you ideas for little breaks to do. And I'm going to pick up one weight. It's not going to be super heavy, okay? It's not going to be super heavy. It could be 10 pounds. We're going to share it, okay? So whatever that you can do to work it like a kettlebell. You got it? Yeah, like a kettlebell. So I'm hanging on like this. One weight. This is 12 pounds for me for right now. So at this point, I'm going to go wide with my legs. Okay. I am not going to do a hip hinge, so to speak. I'll do a hip hinge, but that's not my main thing on this move. Okay. This is a goblet squat. So I'm going to keep my knees out there. I'm going to act like something, a magnet right below me is pulling the weight down. And it's pulling, and I'm coming into this with a flat foot. I'm not going into my heels. That is the one tip, trainer's tip that I can give you to have you do this move correctly. We were doing a hip hinge where you on purpose move to your heels. Now I don't want you to your heels, but what I do want you to be is wide-legged. Your knees are going to track over your toes, so you got to keep them wide. And you're going to be on almost on the front of your feet, not so much into your heels. See how I'm coming down? So this gets a whole different muscle area in your legs. You're going to come down as far as you feel, and you're going to feel a little trembling, and you're going to hold it there, okay? So you're into the toes, not the heels here, or the midfoot, I should say. Keep your chin tucked. Come up, down, breath, 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 breath. Now go down deep, hold it, open your knees. They have to track over your toes. And now come up, squeeze through the gluteal. Yes. Big breath, drop your shoulders. Yes. Now, before we go back down, we're going to do 3 of these. That was the first one. I really want you to understand the difference in this one and what we were doing before. Okay, I've done it before with you, but I'll go back over it. Before we do that, go toe, heel. See how I'm rocking my toes back and forth? So I'm in my heels and then I'm in my toes. And then I'm going to tighten my tummy. I am not going to sling this 12 pounds. I'm going to tighten my tummy and move it right here to my shoulder. Then I'm going to act like I'm chopping wood and come right here to the center again. Now, could you be doing this whole thing with a weight vest on? Absolutely. However, it's a hot, humid day. Even though you have air conditioning, which I hope most of you do, you can overheat on a hot, humid day. So I said this at the beginning of this workout. Drop your shoulders. Get a fan, some kind of air moving on you. Drop your shoulders again, tighten. Here we go. I'm going to come right here. I'm going to come right here. Breath. I'm going to come right here. I'm going to come right here. Now, I have some gardeners in my group this morning, Chrissy, and some of you other are too, but I know Chrissy is. This move and then the downswing is a life-saving move, okay? You have to have everything working together in order to give a good chop. Now, we're doing it modified, but if we were landing this and we really wanted to split some wood, or we wanted to chop down a tree or whatever we were chopping, you'd have to be very strong in your core and have your shoulders dropped down so that you don't hurt your joint. So I'm going to come right here, and then I'm going to chop. And I'm going to come here, and I'm going to chop. I'm not going to go fast. I could, but our purpose today is to load gently, to move our joints through their full range, which is what my attempt to do that with your shoulders, with your legs. Okay, see, I'm not going fast. I'm very mindful to keep very braced in my tummy. And when I'm here, ready to come down, drop your shoulders. Ah. Breath. And exhale. Breath. You don't have to go fast. This is a great movement break. And if you don't have a weight, pick up a book and do a few chops. But now you can do it with purpose. Your shoulders are down, breathing through your nose, keeping your tummy tight, keeping your knees soft. Breath. Do not round your back. Okay, so you're working the whole core with this move. One more. Yes. Then I'm going to take this and put it down. Okay. Now we're going to move on into our journey this morning. See what we're doing. We got started pretty good. Okay. So I'm coming here to my chair. And I know there's some of you, I'm trying to do this so you see, so you can see what I'm doing against the backdrop here. If I get too far that way, you can't see me. So I got to change it up so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm going to put my hands here. If I know that there ain't no way I'm getting in the floor today, that's fine. That's my goal, is to get you in the floor. Okay. However, I'm going to put my hands here just to see how things are going. I'm going to come up and come back. I'm going to come up and come back. And here's my caution. When you bring your knee up, I don't care how far up. And if you think that you have to get it way up, and in order to get it way up, you have to round your back, then you would not be correct. Don't round your back. Tighten your tummy, drop your shoulders, bring the knee up, don't round your back, and then back. Step into the heel. You do not have to do this fast. Switch, come up, step into the heel. Tight tummy, drop your shoulders. Keep doing tight tummy, drop your shoulder, come up. And you're just trying to, with 2 or 3 moves, go through a range with your whole back and leg musculature. See that? Breath. Let it really press into the heel. Keep your chin tucked. Big breath. And once you've done that, then you're going to take one leg and come up with it. And whatever that leg that you chose was, right here, You're going to take the opposite hand and reach over the chair. You're going to come up, squeeze the butt, up, squeeze. Keep your knees soft, squeeze. Now we're activating and using the antagonistic muscles to the front of our legs. Using our hamstrings. Breath, hold, squeeze, hold, squeeze, hold, squeeze. Come down and come down. Take a big breath. Drop it back. Okay, you ready? You're gonna lift. You're gonna squeeze the butt. Take the opposite hand out over your shoulder, your chair. Keep your knees soft. Breath. Come down. Back up. Squeeze through the gluteal. Squeeze through the gluteal. Breath. Squeeze and hold. Squeeze and hold. Squeeze and hold. Squeeze and hold. And bring it back in and bring it back in. Yay. Okay. So here we are. We're coming. That was kind of a cross crawl, but we did it from the chair. You see how I'm moving you on down? That's the point. Yeah, I'm telling you, so I'm not trying to be sneaky. So I'm right here, and this next one works best if you have a chair that doesn't have a pad on it, because you want to be able to slide a little bit. And if you take nothing away from this one right here, this whole unit that I'm doing right here, then this, it'll be worth it, especially for those of you with me, have a replaced hip and or a replaced knee, or both. Use your chair. You don't have to get on the floor to do a 90-90. Do it from your chair. You're going to feel so much better. This could be a break. This could be one of those movement breaks. But don't just do it willy-nilly, okay? That means half and half. There's another term for that in the South, but I won't use it right now. Okay, so right here, see how my knee is going down? And this one is way out here, and I've turned totally. See this? So say you want your chair to, you want to be able to slide around. Then you're going to grab your chair and look over your shoulder with your chin tucked. Big breath. Big breath. Big breaths. You're coming right here. Get lined up. Chin tucked. So when I say chin tucked, if I came into your room right now, I would want to see this ear over the shoulder. That's why I want to tuck my chin. Don't open the mouth. It has to do with where your head is in relationship to your shoulders. That's why I'm trying to get you to do that. Okay, ready? Turn and grab the chair and turn as far as you can. And you're on flex toes again. So I'm addressing those very crucial toe and feet issues. And you can do this all sitting in your chair. You don't have to necessarily get on the floor. Yeah, it'd be great to get down on the floor and do this kind of a thing, which we're going to do. But this, okay, a 90-90. And you can sit here and go like this. Okay, I wouldn't go fast because you're trying to really push into the flexed toes. That's one of the reasons to do this. Push into the flexed toes. Keep your line up. Good deal. That's a good deal. Okay. I'm going to turn and drop down into the floor. See that? Now, I hope you're able to do that. If you cannot do that, don't worry about it. Okay? If your knee on the floor hurts you, put your little pad underneath the knee. It doesn't bother my knee. Okay? So I'm right here. And before I go on down, I'm going to take this chance to just slide that leg out and do a little curtsy. So why am I going to do that? When I do the curtsy, I want my belly button to be coming right here to the inside of this knee, to the inside of the knee, not over the knee. And I'm going to pull those toes back hard. so that when I get right here, I have flexed toes here, and these are very dorsiflexed, and I'm stretching my calf like big time. Then I'm going to come back up with that little curtsy. See that? See that? So take a breath. I'm going to come right here. I'm going to bring that leg back. This is all maneuvering in a kneeling position that we need to be able to do. At first, is it going to be hard for some of us, especially when we have toes and knees and hips that don't work? Yeah, but these are very ancient moves. So here I am, and I'm going to put the other leg up now, and I'm going to flex my toes, and I'm going to hip hinge, come down, and pull that toe back toward my tibialis anterior muscle. Pull it back there and hang out there for a little bit. Do not round your back. Pull, 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 and then come up out of that. And you're here in the floor. Yay for us. Okay? So I'm on all hands and knees. I took a little while to get down there. Again, my purpose today is to move through full joint ranges, give some load, and to get in the floor and back up. So I'm right here. I'm going to do a mad cat with my back, and then come back down into a camel position. So a mad cat, way up there around your ears. Then come back down, breath, then come back up, then come back down. Okay, I only have to do it a couple of times. Then I'm gonna just kind of ambulate on my hands and knees. See how I'm doing this? I'm keeping my tummy super tight. So I'm playing off of some of the moves that I did in the previous 2 workouts. But now I'm just going to simply go down, sit on the floor, turn, go to the other side, and bring my knee in and come back up onto my hands and knees. This is a movement pattern that's really crucial to our independence. You got to be able to get yourself up off the floor. So get down in the floor, then you put your toes, put them under. See how I put my toes under? Now, if you need your chair to get up from this, that's fine. You can do that. However, I would love to see you here. Pull your tummy in. Take your knees off the floor. Breath, breath, breath. Put them back down. Okay? Did you get that one? If you can do nothing else to help you get stronger in your core, this would be the one. Okay? So my toes are very flexed. Wide stance. Tighten my tummy. Breath. Press. Exhale. Hold it right up here. Keep your elbows soft. Hold it right here. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And come back down. Flatten those feet. Bring the elbows down. Do a little butt press back. So you're trying to press back as far as you can. I'm very limited in this move because of the tightness of my knee replacement. Okay, that's just the way that it is. So I'm pressing back and then coming back up. Coming back up. I'm going to go back into that act of trying to get up, but then you don't. It's like a fake out. Okay, toes are under, drop my shoulders, breath, elbows are soft, exhale and lift. And we're right here, right here, right here. Walk yourself back and come up. So for this class and for myself, when I had my joints replaced, I didn't have the pain, the terrible bone-on-bone pain that I had. But all my movement patterns changed because there's just certain moves you can't do. One of them is this thing that's going around social media right now. Can you get down on the floor and get back up without using any hands? Well, you're going to blow a joint. if you try to do that, if you have replaced joints. This way is perfectly acceptable and you really don't need anything. Only yourself. See how I'm wide stanced? See that? This is what you need to practice several times in a day. For me, it always works if I throw some dark chocolate pieces on the floor and get down and get them up one at a time. So pretend you just did that. So here I'm coming. I'm going to walk out. I'm going to hold it before I put my knees down. I'm going to hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Breath, breath. Go down if you want to, or go back up. Then I'm going to come back. Breath, drop my shoulders. Lift, exhale. And you're right here. And you don't do it fast. And you're coming up. So we did, I'm going to do the dead hang right now. And then we're going to do some of our carries with our weights. So we got into the floor. We did sit to stands. We went as deep as we could in our squats. We did cross crawling from the chair. And we did spinal twisting when we were down, going from side to side. Now I'm going to approach my door. Here's my door. It could be a counter. It could be a bedpost. Chairs will move, so don't grab a chair. But I'm going to go wide, grab my door frame or my door handle, drop my shoulders again, and I'm going to press back into the hips, press back into the hips. My heels are digging in, and I want to put my ears right alongside my biceps, and I'm going to breath, and I'm going to breath, I'm going to breath, breath, and I'm going to come back up. Big breath. Here I am right here at my door. I'm going to push my hips forward. I'm going to go into that very important hyperextension. Now, when you're doing a hyperextension, this is not the time to squeeze the quarter. You kind of release and drop your shoulders. Soften up your knees. You're pushing your hips forward, okay? Big breath, and then come back out of that. Grab your door. A wall is not as good. So this is simulating the dead hang that I'm talking about, where if you had a pole, a pull-up pole across your door frame, you'd be hanging on it. Well, this is the next best thing. So you grab something like this, you dig in with your heels, you do not round your back, drop your shoulders, and you're going to really push your butt back as you're going all the way out with your arms. So my ears are touching my biceps. I'm hanging out down here. I'm really pulling, just pulling, 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 pulling. Breath, breath, come back up. Good. So just two big, really good pulls, 2 or 3. 1 if you wanted to hang out there for a while. Okay, now I'm gonna do a little bit of a load. So what am I gonna do? So I'm gonna start with 2 15s. That's just me. You could pick up 2 10s. You could pick up 2 6s. Whatever, okay? So I'm right here. I'm gonna step out. And all I'm going to do is dip a little tiny bit. It's not even, you can hardly even notice it. So I'm just going to dip a little bit and then come back. Now, if you're in a proper stance, shoulders down, chin is tucked, step way out, your knee will go out over your toe a little bit. Yes, it will. But right here where you're holding and you're keeping your rib cage up, you're leaning out, but you're leaning out from the hip. So I'm right here to hang out right here with 30 pounds hanging off your arms. This is a good resistance move, okay? It's just heightening the effects of a carry. so to speak. So I just want to do 2 or 3. I want to go down low enough. I want to have enough weight that I feel a little shaking going on in my legs. Take a breath. One more. Here we go. Down, down, down. Hold it down here. Hold it down here. Hold it down here. Hold it down here. Hold it. Then come back. Okay. Take a break. You can put them down. Do the next one without them if you need to. Step back. Now you switched the leader leg. So belly button is forward. Drop your shoulders. Bend the knee in the back and go down just a little bit. And your hip hinging and your knee is going out over the toe a little bit. Why? Because I want to activate those hamstrings. Breath, breath, and then come back up. You want to go down so that you feel a little burn. Yeah. Here we go. Down. See, I'm not going very far. Why am I not going very far? Because I had 2 joints replaced, a knee and a hip, but I want load. Yes, I'm desperate to get load. This will do it. And only 2 or 3 will hit it. Sure, if you can get to where you can do more, absolutely. But you ain't going to do it if you only do this once with me. You got to pull this back up on, let's say, Friday and revisit. Not all of it, but some of it. See how I'm coming down? This is my 3rd one. I'm going as low as I can. Breath, 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 breath. Then come back. Now you have your carry. You're going to walk backwards. Yes. And you're going to come forward. And you're just carrying. You're keeping your chin tucked. And you're going to walk backwards. Bring that heel up. You do not have to go fast. You do not. Okay, take a breath. This right here. This right here could be a 1 to 2, 3 minute break. Just go back. Don't go fast. Really grip the weights. Then let them hang off your fingertips. See, they're hanging here. Then when I go back, I pull them into my palm. So I'm working my whole arm just by this. Yeah, do it for a minute. You can do anything for a minute. That's a break. And if you've picked up 15 and 15, you're going to feel it after a minute. Okay? So, I tried to give you some very simple ideas of how to take those very important movement snacks, movement breaks through the day. Back in the day, we used to call it recess until everybody thought all the, quote, brains thought, let's take out recess. What a waste of time. Well, you can see where that got us. Shake out your hands. Yeah, take a recess from whatever you're doing. I don't care what it is, especially if you're sitting or lying. I've given you at least 3, if not 6 or more things to do for movement breaks or snacks, movement snack. Now I'm going to go out and I'm going to step forward and I'm going to drop my shoulders. Okay? And I'm rocking back to forth. See, I'm in a split stance. Drop your shoulders. When you're back, open up all the way. Then you come forward and slap the back. Drop your shoulders, and then I'll switch. Gonna go back, shifting those weight parameters all the way open. Drop your shoulders, drop them, breath, and then come forward. Okay? So, I'm telling you, you're going to feel better after doing this one. So, pull it back up and get to where you can get in the floor and get them back up. And here's the deal. The goal is to get to where you can get down the floor, roll around a little bit and back up and do it 10 times in a row and do it. I allow the modification of how I had to get up because I don't want to blow a joint. And maybe you don't either, I think. Okay, good job. Good job. Hot day. Yes, hot day. So hope this helps. Bye.